Good morning, friends. I hope you're keeping well. Today is Sunday morning. My family is still sleeping. I'm here in the kitchen. I just made myself a coffee. Before coffee, I had a big glass of water. I had a little bit of less sleep last night than I would have liked to have. And for my pre-workout for the gym, because I'm not going to have a full meal, I just had whole grain bread here with some 7 grams of peanut butter and banana. I know 7 grams of peanut butter is not a lot, but it is a lot of calories. So I always measure out my peanut butter whenever I have it because I can't be trusted around peanut butter. I'm going to also have some creatine, and I'm also going to mix in half a scoop of pre-workout in here as well. Both of these brands are locally purchased here from Healthy Planet Canada. They're nothing fancy. So good. Love coffee. So I thought we can quickly chat before I head over to the gym, and I wanted to talk about working out. I know many of you are on my channel. You guys really enjoy my full day of eating videos and the meals that I share on my channel. That is great. I love that, and I'm happy to see you guys incorporating these healthy meals into your diet, which is awesome. But I want to also emphasize that exercise is just as important as nutrition, especially when we get older after the age of 35, because we start to lose muscle mass. And I feel like this is not spoken about enough in Whole Foods plant-based community. I will never stop telling you guys that you should prioritize strength training if you want to have better bone density, better health, better energy, better mood, and even better body composition. So please, along with your nutrition, make sure to prioritize strength training. It's going to help you become a stronger and a better version of yourself. And if you guys struggle with how to strength train or how to even begin, I have a video on how to begin exercising at home. And if you guys want me to do a video on how to build an exercise program, I can definitely do that. I can get into all the details into that video and really break it down and simplify that for you. So let me know in the comments below and I can make that video for you. But in the meantime, if you don't know how to begin exercising, you can start with my 2 follow-along workouts that I have shared on my channel. By the way, my second follow-along workout hasn't gotten as much love as my previous one. So please do give that video a thumbs up and share that video with someone else who enjoys working out. I want this channel to be about food and fitness, so please do give my fitness content some love as well. I would appreciate that. So I hope my message will encourage you to start exercising if you are not already doing that. So in today's video, I'm going to go over some of the meals that I have been eating throughout the week. And these meals again are fall inspired meals. I'm super excited for you guys to try out all the meals. And guys, please help me reach 10K subscribers on my channel before end of this year. So if you're watching this video and you are not subscribed to my channel, please make sure to hit that subscribe button. All right, I'm not going to take much of your time. I'm going to finish up my toast, my coffee here, and head over to the gym. So let's get started with today's video. All right, so for my breakfast this week, I made cinnamon baked apple oats with some protein powder to keep them high in protein. And I also added some crunchy walnuts in there for healthy omega fats. To begin, you're going to chop up 2 red gala apples, or feel free to use any other apples of your choice. And then I'm going to quickly cook them on stovetop for about 5 minutes with some maple syrup and cinnamon. While our apples are cooking, we are going to get started with our oats. I like to use thick rolled oats. They are sprouted and they are gluten free. And I'm adding some cinnamon baking powder. And this is the protein powder I like to use. If you like to save discount, you can use my code to save 20% off. And I'm using 5 scoops of protein powder here. Most people are afraid of using protein powder. I don't know why, but if you're investing in a high quality, good protein powder, it really makes your life easier as a vegan and helps you meet your protein targets. So I have absolutely no problem using protein powder. And I'm adding some unsweetened applesauce and a little bit of maple syrup. Most of my sweetness in these oats will come from protein powder. Then I added some cinnamon, vanilla, and some soy milk. And we're going to add in some cooked apple in there and mix everything in nicely. And then you're going to add the remaining apples on top along with some crunchy walnuts for our healthy omega fats. And you're going to bake this for about 20 minutes. And then I like to drizzle it with some powdered peanut butter on top. That will give you additional protein, and then you can serve it however you like. I usually like to serve it warm the next day with 1 cup of unsweetened soy milk in there. I hope you guys will give this one a try. I really enjoyed these oats throughout the week. I will leave all the details in the description box below. You will get 4 servings out of these baked oats, and for 210 grams of serving along with 1 cup of unsweetened soy milk, you will get 43 grams of protein and 603 calories. For my lunch this week, I have been making these caramelized onion with some crispy tofu, and I like to add that on top of a whole grain toast. So to begin, you're going to dice up 2 large onion very thinly, and then you're going to use a bit of oil on your frying pan just to help caramelize the onion. So feel free to use as much or as little as possible. I try to always use as little oil as possible to get the best results. I will leave that up to you. Then to help caramelize the onion, I sprinkled some salt. While onion are caramelizing on a low to medium heat, you're going to thinly chop up your tofu. It's going to take some patience. I'm using extra firm tofu, and then I spread it thinly on a tray, and then I'm going to add some salt, garlic powder, and cornstarch, and then I am going to toss it and spread it evenly on an air fryer basket, and I'm going to air fry it for just about 10 minutes. And halfway through, you want to make sure you're flipping it so that it gets crispy evenly. And in the meantime, make sure to keep an eye on your caramelized onion. Just to add more veggies to this meal, I like to add 1 diced red bell pepper to this. Once our onion and bell pepper cook really nicely and onion caramelize, I am going to add this sauce in. This sauce is very low in calories. Coconut Secrets is an option. If you don't have that, you can only use naked sauce. chili garlic sauce. That's enough, and I like to mix in some water to dilute it a bit. And then you're going to pour that sauce on top and incorporate everything nicely. This meal is so easy to make and it turns out really tasty. It takes a little bit of patience to get your onion caramelized. So if you have that patience, then it's going to be totally worth it. This literally took me maybe about 20 minutes to get this meal ready, and it's super easy. I like to serve this on top of a whole grain bread. I like to use Stone Meal brand, and it gives you about 8 grams of protein for 2 slices. Feel free to use any other whole grain bread of your choice. If you really enjoy caramelized onion, then you're really going to enjoy this meal. It's super tasty. I really enjoyed it, and to meet my protein requirements, I like to add extra tofu on the side. All the details will be in the description box below. I hope you guys will give this one a try. Keeping our fall theme consistent with apples this week, I am going to make this yummy treat with some dates and almond butter, and you're going to add maybe about 2 to 3 tablespoons of water to help you blend this really nicely. You're going to really need a good food processor to do this. I am going to dice up my 2 red apples. I highly recommend Granny Smith apple here because they have a bit of tartness to it, and this becomes too sweet if the apples are not sour. So please use Granny Smith apple if you have them. Then you're going to spread this date and almond butter mixture on top of each of these apples and sprinkle some sea salt. So if you like, you can stop right here and enjoy them as they are. But if you want to go a little bit extra, then go ahead and dunk these apple slices into dark chocolate. I used melted dark chocolate, and I melted it in microwave with about 1 to 2 tablespoons of water just to keep it low in calories. And then you're going to dunk them one by one, and then you're going to add some sea salt again on top just to balance out the sweetness. In my opinion, this gets too sweet, so for me to enjoy this, I find that only half an apple is more than enough for me. So I'm going to leave it up to you. If you want to keep this lower in calories, you can just drizzle the chocolate on top. And that's it, guys. It's super easy and simple treat, and it's really tasty. I kept these in the freezer. That is where you should be storing them throughout the week, and whenever you're ready to have them, just remove them from the freezer and leave it out for about 10 minutes before you can enjoy this treat. For my dinner, I have been making this fettuccine, and this is from edamame beans, so it's really high in protein, 20 grams of protein per 50 grams of serving, and I make the entire thing so that I could have it throughout the week. I really enjoyed leeks in this fettuccine. I'm going to first slice them in half so that I can clean out all the dirt in there nicely. To keep this meal higher in protein, I'm going to add tofu in here. I'm going to crumble it. This is extra firm tofu. Feel free to use fava bean tofu, guys. Fava bean tofu has much better macros than tofu. I just don't have access to fava bean tofu where I live, but if you do, I highly recommend using fava bean tofu because it's much lower in calories and fat. So I am using 1 brick of extra firm tofu and I seasoned it with a bit of garlic powder and salt, and I'm going to air fry it for 10 minutes. Then I used about 2 teaspoons of extra virgin olive oil to saute my leeks. And then I realized my saucepan wasn't big enough, so I ended up transferring it to a bigger saucepan. Feel free to add a little bit of less oil, but I highly recommend use of extra virgin olive oil to saute the leeks to give it a nice flavor. To make our creamy sauce, I am using 1 soft silken tofu with some lemon juice, lemon zest, some salt, and nutritional yeast. And you're going to blend this and you're going to keep it aside. Make sure you taste test and adjust all the seasoning according to your preference. And we're going to add this blended sauce on top of our fettuccine along with everything else and incorporate it really nicely. My husband and I really enjoyed this meal. It was so tasty. All the flavors come together so nicely. I really love leeks with garlic and lemon zest. Everything is so perfect and well balanced in this meal. The sauce may not look so creamy, but trust me, the fettuccine is nicely coated with sauce. I hope you guys will give this meal a try and enjoy it as much as I did. And remember guys, if you're serious about taking your fitness to next level, then make sure to check out my customized training program on my website. I will leave the link in the description box below. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe for more high protein plant-based meal ideas. Take care and I'll see you soon on my next one. Bye.